Why are you holding 7 then?
This is not 7. The world's strongest nation. A different show, and it was 5 hours long.
It was 5 hours long, and we were right.
So I think what they were saying on the broadcast is that it would start at 6 and end at like 9:30ish.
Yeah.
But what was it? 5? It was 4 hours 57 minutes was the stream.
We were texting each other, discussing the results. So it was what, 5 hour show?
5 hours, just 5 hours.
That's a long show.
Long show.
I think anything beyond 3 hours or 2.5 hours is kind of a bit too much.
And if you're doing 5 hour shows, make sure that it's 5 hours constant. Remember we were saying this about Rogue Invitational, that you have to wait so many hours for the next competition, which is fair. 3-day competition. Obviously you're not going to have athletes competing in these heavy competitions straight after each other, even though you did it at the Arnold's.
The outcome is UK won.
UK are now the world's strongest nation.
Yes. Okay.
Very interesting result.
Yes, Hercules hold. Couple of
upsets.
I love it. They were very nice upsets, and I saw Charlie commentating, and he's saying, "I don't want to be Litz's right now because and he has one of the best grips in the world." Yeah. So I don't know how did that happen.
Yeah, he's constantly training his grip.
Yeah, but
So to quickly overview it, we had 2 nations. We had the UK versus USA. We had 8 events. We had 4 points for each event. However, it wasn't a point-winning system. At the end of the 7th event, whoever had the points going into the final event, which is the power stairs, those points would go towards seconds of a handicap for the 8th event. Yeah,
so English team had 4-second advantage.
So they had 4 points over the USA.
Yes, and they used that to the full potential. I don't know I can't remember the exact times at the end, but like they won it pretty much comfortably, you know. And Gavin at the end, he was the last team member to go with 225 kg, I think, power steer implement, and Martins wasn't even close. He was going the last, and they won pretty comfortably, you know, which is very surprising to me because we, in the previous video, we predicted that the Americans should win easy enough.
We thought easily
based on their team, because like the team was stacked up, and like, you know, in the UK's team, Adam Bishop was coming back from the triceps surgery. Mark Felix, the Superman, he's 57 at the moment, you know. But the girls were really pulling the UK team ahead as well. Donna Moore performed really well.
Andrea Thompson did
yes,
very well.
Andrea Thompson.
Rebecca Roberts.
Yes, she is strong.
But she's 6'4".
Yeah, so at the moment, probably UK's have the strongest women in the world.
Without doubt.
The American girls are very close to them, but I think they're slightly ahead at this point, you know. So basically, UK won because of
the strong women.
Yes.
Which is something that we thought was going to happen. We thought the UK women were going to beat the USA women. Thought the USA men would beat the UK men.
And it wasn't really the case because UK men won the tug of war.
Yeah.
And there was a bit of the setup wasn't great, to be honest. So the girls did it on the mats, rubber mats, and they wrinkled, and it was a bit of a mess. So for men, they decided to go on the carpet, and it wasn't great either because it was on the side of the mats. And then Martin stepped on the mat, he slipped, fell, and it was a bit of a mayhem. But it happens, you know. So the setup wasn't perfect, but well done to UK's. And again, Gavin was a big asset for UK's team. Big asset.
Unbelievable.
In the back, he stood in the back in tug of war. And so anyway, Martins have a lot of experience when it comes to tug of war, and he still lost.
Still lost.
Yeah. So well done to UK.
Well done to the UK.
Now we have to talk
controversy.
Yes.
Controversy.
A little bit of controversy again.
So as you may know, in the last couple of weeks since Rogue Invitational, we've been posted, I think it was 2, maybe 3 videos on controversy when it comes to refereeing. And again, continues with controversy.
Yes.
We're going to put a picture on the screen of what mainly we're talking about. As some of you may have seen in the show, Eddie Hall doing the hammer hold. He didn't really
against Trey Mitchell.
He didn't really abide by the rules.
No.
So would you like to explain?
The rest of them did. So apparently the rule was, so there's a pole and then you have to rest your head, your back and your glutes touching the pole.
At all times.
Eddie wasn't doing that.
No.
And he got warned by the referee and he tried to adjust.
The referee came over to him.
Yeah, said it and then they just walked off.
Yeah.
And he won the event. You know, he bet,
second and a half.
So, again, is it like we are? Me personally, sick and tired of talking about the same stuff over and over again. So I know it's Eddie Hall and but guys, come on.
It's easy to see.
Yes, it's enough is enough. Like, you know what I mean?
So something that we did, something I noticed is that the rules were like you said, the head, upper back, and glutes had to be firmly in place to the pole.
Yeah.
The hammer had to be held completely horizontally, not up, not down.
Yes.
One thing I did notice throughout the thing, the hammer started to drop.
Yeah.
You could see his head came off the pole. He was looking at Trey.
Yeah.
A couple of times, and as Bill Kazmaier said, was he sandbagging Trey? I don't think so. I think it was just basically he was trying to keep up the hammer to make sure he wasn't going to lose to Trey. And I feel that Trey, again, like with Alexei Novikov in the last controversy video, Trey has been robbed again.
He kind of was, yeah. And it's like Eddie Hall addressed that in his post-interview after the event, and he says that he lost a lot of weight, so his glutes are not as big as it used to be. So again, that's not the point. The point is the referee, if there's rules and they have meetings before the competitions to discuss every single event. So I don't know what's going on with refereeing, like with Magnus. Enforce it, penalize someone, then or just don't have these.
Don't have the
rules. That's it, and just
let it hold it.
Yeah, let it hold it. That's it.
But I seen, like you're saying, with the rules.
Yeah.
I seen Eddie when he came up to the podium. He had wrist straps on, and they told him before he even lifted the hammers, like, no, wrist straps have to go.
Okay. So it's like, again, we're sick and tired talking about it. But there's a lot of videos and a couple of guys who post strongman information. They even posted the video on their stories on Instagram. And you can clearly see Trey Mitchell, everything is perfect. Eddie is like, he was warned by referee. He tried to do what he was told. And then just the minute referee walked away, bang. And there's nothing. And he won. And maybe it's not a big deal. But then again, it is a violation and nothing was done. And again, will that improve in the future? I don't know. We'll see.
We hope it will. Like you were saying, people have posted from the front angle. It was kind of
from the front.
It's very hard to see. It's very hard to see. But when you actually see from the crowd, people taking pictures.
Yeah. When I was watching the stream, they showed the video from the side angle. You can see Magnusson coming over and telling him that he needs to, but nothing happened. And like, ideally, I don't know what should be done to say, like, Eddie, one more warning and I'm canceling you. Like, you stop. That's it. You're done. Like, is it like? But he didn't want to do that because he would upset everyone. But then again, so maybe that's what referees should do. Like, he shouldn't. Like, if again, enforce the rules.
Throw the rule back.
Yes. That's it. And like, if you have a conflict afterwards, that's fine. Because now the sport is becoming a bit like a. In a weird position, pick and choose. Like, who you gonna? This guy, like Eddie, he has a big name. So if it was someone else, most likely Magnus would say, "No, stop. That's it. You're done." Yeah. Just because of Eddie Hall, we can speculate. Just because of Eddie Hall, now he can violate the rules, and he's like, "Okay, I told him, but just do this to him." Like, it's not right. As much as we're talking about Eddie and Eddie's hold, the worst thing was his injury in the Viking press.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So we don't know how serious is the injury, but it didn't look good.
No.
Something popped, and it says it's nothing serious. It's only a small muscle in the back that you can tear. A lot of guys tore it. Mateusz Kiliakowski tore both of them, I believe. And probably Eddie gave it all when it comes to front hold, and he probably fatigued that small muscle in the back, and then when he went to Viking press, it just popped.
Yeah, it was strained.
It's already was fatigued, so probably just cramped up and it popped the tendon of the bone. But I don't know how serious it is. it seems like after the competition, the Neil Pickup asked him, "Are you willing to come back next year?" And he assured everyone that he will be back next year. So hopefully it's nothing serious. And if he needs to get reattached, he has plenty of time to get the rehab in and
represent UK.
And to be maybe in a better shape next year, because this year I truly believe he wasn't conditioned enough to compete.
He needed a lot longer.
Like he has these two events, even like that really suits him. Even with these two events, I think he needed more condition when it comes to strongman, and I truly believe he would have avoided that injury. You know,
because it's not me even saying here, but like strongman, it does take a lot of training.
Yes, it does.
Even though he was a world strongest man, 5 years realistically, he hasn't trained professionally.
He didn't like he was getting for that boxing match with Thor, and he wasn't doing any strongman stuff. He wasn't squatting heavy. He wasn't deadlifting heavy, and that then you try to jump into the strongman competition, though only performing 2 events. It's just your body is not conditioned,
and you get injured.
Yes, that's what usually happens. Though there was a couple of injuries actually. There was Bobby Thompson who got injured. I don't know what happened to Graham Hicks, because his deadlift was phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he looked so strong
like
and fast off the floor.
Boom, up, down.
So, and he didn't go for the log press, so I don't know what happened with him in that regards. Wasn't able to recover after deadlift. I don't know. But anyway, so all in all, it was good competition. Yeah. And in my opinion, the stream was a bit too long. But
I do agree. The stream was a bit too long. However, I like the premise of the show.
Yes.
Like a team competition of nations rather than just like individually pick people.
Maybe. Should be more nations and less athletes,
like a World Cup.
Yes, but like maybe two strong men and 2 strong women.
4 athletes altogether.
4 athletes altogether, and pick the right events, and maybe more nations can get involved. And I think it has potential.
You can make a league of it.
It has potential.
To be fair, I really liked it. I've seen a lot of people commenting on a post that we put up last night, congratulating the UK on winning it. People had their thoughts on that, as well as that they were commenting on the video that we put up yesterday on the return of Eddie Hall. So there's been a lot of feedback from the subscribers, a lot of feedback from people what they think of the show and what they did think was going to happen in the show. So I'm happy to see that. Some very intriguing points coming up on it.
And we have 5,000 subscribers. Let's go.
So, as you all may have seen in the last video, we were pleading.
Yes.
We weren't even pleading. We were just saying at this moment. We had 5,000, or at the moment of recording, we were like 9 subscribers away.
9 subscribers away.
And now we have 20 more than 5,000. So we have 5,020 subscribers at the time of recording.
So the next thing for us now is 10,000.
Next thing is 10,000. Hopefully we'll get there next week.
Yes. Another 2 years probably.
But I can't thank y'all enough for the continued support on the channel. It's like we were always saying, the comments, liking the videos, people always giving their points, to giving us the ideas of what they want to see. It's absolutely fantastic, and it's what we like to do. It's like what we like to see. I see a lot of people are commenting saying that the strongman news is like real news. I think it was Darla Vegas. I'll put the comment there below. But she was saying that strongman news for her that we do is basically like normal, regular news. So it's absolutely phenomenal. And we will continue to keep doing this. That's our take on the competition. Let us know in the comment section below what you thought. If you haven't already, please like the video. It helps us more than you can think. Comments again, like we're saying, always comment on the video, especially for the competition. And if you haven't already, be one of the 5,000 subscribers. Subscribe to the channel. Unbelievable stuff.
Yes.
That's all I can say. So, like always, we'll see you in the next video.
See you later.